Hello, I'm Johnny Reb, and welcome to the Sabers and Roses Civil War reality show.
Right. This one guy, whenever I used to work with him, he'd always ask me, like, have you ever had any duck sausage? And I'm like, duck sausage? Duck sausage? How do you make sausage out of ducks? They would always mess with me. They never would tell me what it meant. Finally, whenever they found out I was leaving Arthur, he was a tall black guy, and he was always, he called me Gravy. Never knew why he called me Gravy. He said, because we just pull you all over us. I'm like, okay, so Gravy. So I walked in there and he goes, you want some duck sausage? I go, no. I go, I've never had duck sausage. He goes, why don't you duck down and get you some? Oh my God.
Belt. Hat.
Then explodes onto the screen.
I wish we could spend more time here, man, for real, and kind of.
See, we should have paintball guns and go out here and, like, you know, have straight up war, you know.
Clothing.
Okay, so if all four horses are down, that means he died of natural causes. If one leg's up, he died from the battle wound, and if both legs are up on the horse, he died in battle. Is that right, Paul?
Clothing. You have anything in cotton? Private. Are you going to be a problem child?
Both legs up on the horse. Both legs up, he died in battle. One down,
And if
he
you
died
shake it
from
more
an
than 3 times,
injury.
you're playing with it.
Both legs down, he died from natural causes.
Do the other two legs.
They're on the ground. The horse is up on, they're on statues. The guy's on the
Oh,
ground.
okay.
And if you go through your history books and you look at all the people that
So
died,
you're talking about
you know,
statues. Okay.
yeah, the statues.
Okay.
Clothing.
Two zebras died and go to heaven. One of them went up to St. Peter and he's like, man, you know, he told his buddy, he said, I'm about to find out if I've been black with white stripes or white with black stripes. His buddy said, yeah, good luck, bud. So he goes up to St. Peter and he said, St. Peter, he said, you know, I wondered this all my life. He said, I want to know, what is it that I am? He said, am I black with white stripes or am I white with black stripes? He said, well, you're white with black stripes. He said, oh, I knew it. He goes back to his buddy, he said, dude, he said, I found out what I was. He said, I'm white with black stripes. His buddy said, how in the hell did you get to that conclusion? He said, well, because when I asked him what I was, he said, well, you are what you are. And his buddy looked at him kind of, you know, dumbfounded. He said, and if I would have been black with white stripes, he would have said, you is what you is. Isn't it cute? No, if we can die together, we can lie together.
Yeah.
If we can die together, we can lie together.
We have to rearrange the room.
Got that.
All it takes is to carry it like that.
I think those cats last night, man,
I hit it right on the
General
nose.
Lee and General Grant came in and shed a lot of light. Said that the fact that the Constitution told everybody, or
Slavery.
made that you
No, that wasn't.
be true to your state, that's something I didn't know. You know, I had no idea that that's
Yeah.
why Robert E. Lee fought for the South and General Grant fought for the North.
Basically, like all wars, it came down to money.
Yeah, exactly. And also,
All
What it
about the
was
money.
a mob racket. You had the
Tony
mob.
Soprano.
You had the mob that was running the show, and then you had the little shopkeepers that wasn't liking the deal they had and was fixing to say, hey, we're not doing business with you no more. So they sent the Guidos in and brought the shopkeepers back in line.
So
That's what happened.
they sent Johnny Sack to go whack Robert
No,
E. Lee and
yeah,
yeah, right.
that's basically what happened.
Polly Walnuts, you know.
Robert, where's your blanket?
People about the Civil War think that it was all just about slavery. That was one of the smaller issues.
Yeah, that was.
They turned it into a bigger issue as years passed, but at that time,
Maybe that's what they were blaming.
it was just a small part of it.
Well, I think like the issue behind like the slavery issue, things like that, the reason it became so large is because the original issue of the secession and also what you said, being true to the state, things like that, and that came down to financial issues and things like that. And it wasn't until they started running low on soldiers during the war that they started recruiting the African American soldiers and stuff like that. And that's
He said to get the Lee and Grant last night. He said it was because England was the British troops were supposed to come support the rebels because they were supplying the cotton. You know,
Right.
they needed that. So then Lincoln thought, well, okay, if the UK is so against slavery, we'll say we're going to free the slaves, and if they support the South, it'll look like, oh, well, you support slavery.